first for the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen are the guard set. And at the center position, an impressive combination of size and skill. The 7'1" Spaniard, Marc Gasol. Then there's Tayshaun Prince, and it's Randolph in at the 4-man position. And looking at the Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol in at the 4.
The Grizzlies focused on trying to get more bang for their buck in terms of what they were paying guys, and the first shoe to drop was the trade of Rudy Gay. Just didn't want to commit to that big contract. Thought they could do a better job spreading that kind of money out over more players.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Prince outside. It's Allen with the drive. That's good. And for small market teams like the Grizzlies, that is something they have definitely always got to be considering. Are we using our cap space, Steve, to the best of our ability?
I think for the most part they were, but they just didn't feel that Rudy Gay was a long-term solution. So when the trade opportunity came about, they decided to free themselves up with a long-term financial commitment and give themselves more options in terms of personnel moving forward.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Gasol passes to Conley. .127 left here in the first quarter. Prince dishes to Conley. Just 4 to shoot. Gasol no good.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
Now, here's Nash. Gasol kicks to Young. Pass to Kobe. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Kobe's got 5 now. And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see 2 players like that coming out of the same family.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own. Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 5. Young outside. Kicks to Nash. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. Nash has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Conley. Allen outside. Shot is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They're up by 5. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they had the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next highest team in the Miami Heat. So, maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight Howard deciding to move to Houston. The team won't have to shoulder the even more punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks. Lakers leading by 6.
And out of Arizona, Jared Bayless, a slashing combo guard. His jump shot is a little streaky, but he's really good at attacking off the dribble and drawing fouls.
Here's Farmar. Gasol backing down. Rejected by Prince. Johnson against Conley. Pondexter dishes it to Prince. The baseline J off the mark. And Bayless stepping into that reserve role in Memphis last season.
It was really a perfect role for him, Kevin. He backed up Mike Conley, but also played alongside Conley as the 2 guard. Bayless is a combo. He can score, he can handle the ball and make decisions as well, but really kind of found his niche in the league last season.
Here is Bayless after Wesley Johnson's bucket. Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Hill. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Baseline try. Again, Los Angeles.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here is Davis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Blake. He kicks it to Farmer. Cannot hit. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, they got to hurry. Step on the gas here.
Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Johnson. Prince kicks to Bayless. Back to Prince. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. That misses off the backboard.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Fires for 3. But they get it back. Hill. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this game.
2 shots.
And that one misses. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. And the second free throw, good. And so we wrap up the first half. Lakers lead by 11.
Now, presented by Sprint.
7.
It's Thursday and just one more day until the weekend's officially here. But in the meantime, let's check out what's been going on. Los Angeles in front against Memphis. They're pulverizing them right now, in complete control. Wesley Johnson with a big contribution. Didn't waste much time waiting around to take over tonight.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You have to like what we've been seeing from Wesley Johnson.
I liked that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones. Tayshaun Prince had been a Piston his whole career, guys, and I thought he might end his career there. But last season, he was shipped over to Memphis to replace Rudy Gay. And it's been a hand-in-glove fit because of the blue-collar style of Memphis, and that's kind of how Prince plays, especially at the defensive end.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, for Dave Yeager, the new Grizzlies head coach, 6 seasons with them as an assistant. Before that, he won 5 titles coaching in the minor leagues. Yeager said, quote, "This is a blue-collar town, and I'm a blue-collar guy. I came up the hard way. I came up through the minor leagues. This is something I've been preparing for a long time. Guys, he says he knows how to win. We'll see how he does."
Thanks, Doris. That confidence has certainly served him well. And Tayshaun Prince, a low-mistake player, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he doesn't turn it over offensively. He can actually play some point forward because of his ball handling ability. And defensively smart. He doesn't gamble. Just uses those long arms to keep you away from the hoop and challenge your shot.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Nash with it. Young outside. He feeds it to Kaman. Working on Gasol. 4 on the shot clock. Gets it to go. Kaman's got his first points in this one.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Came and gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And Gasol, here we go. Conley against Nash. Allen passes to Conley. 5 to shoot. Gasol backing down. Lets it fly from 18. Kobe kicks to Nash. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Young. It's blocked. But he stays with it. It's Nash with the drive. Another shot. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Conley. The Grizzlies trail by 13. And Chris came in skilled offensively. Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. I mean, the question mark with him is defensively. You know, his weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, you know, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
Kobe against Allen. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now Conley. He has 5. And Bayless kicks to Conley. What a play! Simply brings it in at the buzzer.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he...
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Now Bayless. And here is Pondexter. Allen kicks to Pondexter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pocket 6. Here's Bayless. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Lakers have possession. Blake with it. Gasol covering. Blake off the pick from Hill. And Young kicks to Johnson. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Young. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Looks like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Back to Johnson. Here's Hill. And it's blocked by Randolph. And he's able to get it back. And the basket by Hill.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And you know what? He is also relentless on the boards. He works as hard on his rebounding as anybody you're going to see.
And the Lakers with some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Hill. Kobe comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And it's Conley penetrating. Conley left side. Here's Gasol. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Poke loose. Shot from 16. Rebounded by Kaman. Kaman's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Boy, they've really won the battle of the boards in this one, Kevin.
Back to Nash. The feed now to Gasol. He's against Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Gasol no good.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
And it's Conley penetrating. Back to Randolph. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Nash hits to Young. Right at the free throw line. Gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 16.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Conley kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Gasol, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now here's Nash. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never